Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another live stream. Fish and Pips. Call me Bully. Good morning, buddy. What's going on? Yeah, I got my dog up here in my room trying to see if this is gonna be any better. I don't think so, because she's nothing but a distraction. So I'll be right back. Um I'm gonna go put this dog in the crate and have her chill out while I trade. So we'll be all good because she's over here exploring the room and trying to bite things that she shouldn't be biting. So give me a sec, you guys. All right. So, morning, Michael. Welcome to the stream, bro. All right. So we got US 30. If we recall from yesterday's stream, good. We recall from yesterday's stream, we marked this daily gap, this fair value gap here, and I kind of wanted to see, you know, if we'd get there yesterday. We got there today. Well, actually, yesterday at market open, 5 p.m. We got here to the gap, just barely touched it. So it could be something we're looking at for today. Yo, good morning, Brandon. We could see, right, yesterday market open. We come in, we set our low. So this is now the low of the day here, which I think we could come attack. Just being with the fair value gap and it's some lows that we can take. And we've been bearish, right? Let's not forget that. We've been bearish. So our bias only makes sense to be bearish, right? Right now, as we speak, we're in a fair value gap here. But I'm more interested in price coming up in here. Why do I say that? Well, we have now buy stops here, right, in this fair value gap. So people are selling, thinking that this is some sort of resistance. I'm expecting kind of bond open to want to run up, either clear these buy stops, come up into this area, sell off, or I'm completely wrong and it buys. But these are some areas I'm interested in looking at. Right, I really like this one only because we have these buy stops here for price to kind of stop hunt and make its way down. SPX. Now there was no daily gap on SPX, but we do have this low still marked that we're looking at, so we're gonna keep an eye on that. So here's that daily low. See, we cleared it. Here's yesterday's low that was taken. We defend it times, make our way up. Same scenario though here with the fair value gap. This is all stuff that can easily get ran through, but it's a very nice potential. If we get a really aggressive push up and we start to respect here, I will definitely be willing to take that lower. look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ already buying its way up. Take these out of the way. We'll keep this for reference because this is actually yesterday's high here. Right, this is yesterday's high, so it could be something we potentially grab. Here's that daily low. Same thing as SPX here. And we take out yesterday, the previous weekly low, sorry. Take that out here. Kind of buy our way up. Now NASDAQ, we do have a bit of a structure break. Zoom in, right? So this is our last higher low. Or lower high. Yeah, this is our last lower high. Then we break to the upside. So this is very key here. This breaker structure. I didn't really notice it on the other ones, but now that I see it on NASDAQ, it's gonna be something I definitely look at. Second. Okay, cool. We broke structure. Now, one thing, and I used to trade it but got away from it. Where, especially with indices, we'll get the sell side liquidity here, and then we'll have a little fair value gap resting right below those sell stops. And what happens is a bond open, you know, they can go up one way, it doesn't matter, but they tend to stop hunt right into that fair value gap, clearing out sell side liquidity. If you flip it, buy side liquidity, right? And then kind of running off. But we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. I don't want to do too much speculation. Kind of just want to let the charts do the talking. And yeah, I'll react off of the talking. But same thing on all three though. You can see where we have those fair value gaps all above buy side liquidity, right? Beat this one, remove some here. We're just gonna wait and see what they want to do, where they're gonna go. Let's take a look at news. Take a look at news, and then we'll slide on over to TradingView to see GU. Not sure why I'm getting Poland news. All right, so we got a speech at 10 and a speech at 12:35, which I wasn't aware of. So that 10 o'clock news might hold this up. I'm hoping not. Damn, there's a lot of speech. We had a Barkin speech, Mester, and Bernard. Euro dollar. So yesterday, euro dollar, we said, okay, we'll be looking at this low. Did get a nice reaction, well, rejection off that low. We'll drag this out for time. So this looks like a good spot where we can start to see some turnaround for euro. Let's look at yesterday to see how it reacted off of there. So we had that fair value gap. We can see price came in to the fair value gap, sold off right into that low. Here we had break of structure and some fair value gaps retested to buy up here as well. Didn't quite break structure until here. All right, this is where our structure broke. Because if we're looking at, say, this high, right, this one, price did not break. We're looking at this one, price did not break. Price has broken now, right? So at this point, we can start looking for that retest to the fair value gap. This price is efficient. Sorry, chat. Just give me a second. All right. GU, yes, still selling off. Does not entice me at all. And I'm sorry for those of you who trade GU. Kind of crazy. I used to rip this thing, but really no moves that spark the interest. BTC big dump. There was those lows we were talking. There was those lows we were talking about. Give me a second, guys. Now she's going in the cage. All right. So we have this big large range here for as far as the fair value gap goes, and we're in there right now. But if I'm gonna be certain that it wants to short, I'm gonna need some type of break of structure. I would say this is sufficient enough for a break, but we'll have to see. Got 3 minutes till bond open here. So we'll kind of just sit and wait, see what happens. Do have this fair value gap here on SPX as well. See if they go in there. To go in there or stop hunt these buy stop. Right, because not only these just like any buy stops, these are this is London's high, which is also the current high of the day. So we got the high of the day, low of the day set. As far as where price is now, I think it's more feasible to want to take the high of the day first. We'll just have to see. SPX and US30 look exactly the same, which is good, right? Been a lot of times, especially in the month of August, where all three indices have looked completely different from each other, going completely different directions. So ooh, it's rough having a puppy, man. Rough. So it's bond open here. US30 kind of left this open, so I'm not too pressed about it. No. I see crate. All right, let's see what we get here. SPX into that gap. Hindsight, this probably looked high up into. NASDAQ. That 15-minute gap took out buy side liquidity. Still looks like it has some gas to go higher, so kind of set a weight on that. Do got this pretty big fair value. Curious to see what they're going to do here. Everything's kind of just stalling. Like, as nice as this sell may look, these buy side liquidity too clean in my opinion. I think it's something they might want to grab. So we'll let that. US 30 lagging. No. There we go. SPX took out, on its way at least, to taking out that high of the day. Nice. No trades have been taken yet. I think US 30 is going to follow suit, take out these highs. Proxy. Sheesh. SPX was nice. Looking back at it, fair value gap, very good structure. Just like with this fair value gap up here, the risk reward doesn't look too good from that perspective, right? If I'm taking it to the fair value gap because I expect a reaction, right? Let's just say I were to get in here, right, with the anticipation that we took this trade off this fair value, right? Stop loss below, we would have got a 1-to-1 into that fair value gap. And that's what I kind of be expecting a reaction. Now, had it not gone bullish, right, and it reacted off of this fair value gap, we'd have only gotten a 1-to-1 off that. And if we were super confident in our bias, right, we would have taken a loss. It would have sold off. All right. All right, so SPX is in that fair value gap. At this point, if I'm looking to take anything, right, okay, I want to see some structure formation, obviously, so we can get a structure break, and then a US 30 has taken out London highs, has made a new high of the day. Same thing, right? Break a structure and a retest. At this point, we've taken out the high of the day, so they could either continue going higher or they go attack the lows. And I would say that's more of like my traditional style, right? Where we take out one side, and that's when we participate to attack the other, right? Because at this point, we're just looking at Nasdaq. We have some good sell side liquidity here, right? Looks pretty nice. So about patiently waiting for that breakdown if we get. Nah, it looks like going higher. Keep that there. Did anybody on the stream take anything? I want to know. Drop it in the chat what you took, what you're waiting for. We can look over it. Anything you guys want to look over, we'll go ahead and do that. Looks like they're gonna go for these highs. I think at this point they're gonna go for yesterday's high. Pretty clear. Yesterday's high for X You have some structure forming, which is good. Kind of just wait to see if we get a breakdown, break to the downside. Right now, we're still long. This fair value gap here, I guess would be good if you're adding position, but as a starting position, not too great because you got fair value gaps down, which would be a better price to get into if you're kind of grading this one, right? In a premium discount, right? We're in a kind of just wait to see if we get that breakdown. US 30 still going strong. I like this type of price action here. Right, so here's London highs, right? People most likely have buy limits for breakouts, right? So those breakout traders are getting activated. They could be on the right side, could be on the wrong side, right? Because this could be the stop hunt. Yeah, so looking back, I mean, we got the break of structure on all of them from a higher time frame perspective. Taking out yesterday's low, breaking structure here. This kind of giving us our retest. No fair value gaps on the retest. When we start to break it down, right, with the basis of taking out yesterday's low here, breaking structure here, right, kind of breaking that down. The minute chart, it looks a lot cleaner. Where, okay, not only did we break structure and retest on the H1, right, which is here. This is that initial, I guess you could say, retest on the H1. When it comes to bond open, right, break structure here with this move up and then retest straight to a fair value gap. So in hindsight, that makes a little more sense for it to go higher. But like I said, at fair value gaps, I expect some type of reaction. It may not be something where I get into, right? Because price action may not look good, whatever it may be. But I always expect some type of reaction to where, at this point, trying to look to get in from here is not a good idea in terms of going long. So Nasdaq, SPX is kind of doing this 3 push here. If you have an RSI up, I can almost guarantee this is divergent without even having our up. So now at this point, we kind of just wait to see. Okay, are they going to go higher, or are they going to break down? Now, if I'm looking, okay, where could I go long into? Right, I have to think about stop placement. What is a reasonable stop? I would feel really comfortable if I can get a stop down here, which would mean I would need placement back into fair value. Right, getting into something around here with a stop at this low, too much risk for me. Most likely holding up for that 10 o'clock speech by Mester. Gonna hold this up here. Trying to get some sell pressure. Let's look at the EU. So EU holding up on this low from last week pretty well. Got that stop hunt. I think we can definitely make it to these highs for sure. Remember, we got that break of structure here for your Euro US dollar. Um, we do have fair value gap filled here. Stop loss could be low. Um, I like this fair value gap because then I can really anchor that stop loss. So US 30 not quite filling in the fair value gap, but getting in there. Um, and having a pretty strong rejection off. Did break structure here and here. I like the price action on SPX a lot more. Structure wise. And I like it especially on Nasdaq. Nasdaq, we're now breaking that. I like something like this. Stop above the high in this fair value gap. Not in the trade yet, just have my parameters set. This trade, we're actually gonna cut it. Just in the event that it gets there before 10 o'clock, I want to cut the risk in half because it's a good chance, you know, at 10 o'clock they go and set a new high. I don't want to be caught in that, so we'll use 0.5%. Now, if they just drop from here, it is what it is, right? We're waiting for that retest. All right, we're in NASDAQ sell with 0.5% in this fair value gap. See what they do. Take a one. Now, probably not the smartest thing getting in with 4 minutes left of the hour and then news, but that's why we cut the risk in half. So it's not gonna hurt, right? It's not gonna hurt yesterday's profit. We'll be good. Kind of getting a feel. SPX looks nice too, but this is something I'm gonna wait the hour. Kind of let Nasdaq do its thing. SPX really nice. I like this. So this after this minute candle will start a new hour. Um, with that speech coming, so we'll see what it does. So far, 1-1. See if it's gonna roll all the way back up. Not gonna move my stop. We're gonna kind of just let it do its thing. Good chance this 10 o'clock news can pop it. All right, flop. Take a partial at 1-2, and let the rest go. Cross that 1-2. Took a partial. All right. So what we'll do now with this, we'll still wait for 1-3. We'll just scale it down. I like these lows here, like we were talking about. We'll see if we can push for a 1-5. Move our stop loss half. So even if we get stopped out here, our partial we took at 1-2 is going to cover this loss here. E. Good chance this might have just been a gap fill, which is fine. On the minute chart perspective, it looks good in terms of structure break. Um, Potentially wanting to go lower. Right, like these are the types of trades I'll take all day. It's just with the speech going on, we don't quite know what's gonna happen here. They kind of just rip up because on the minute it looks good, on the 15 it looks kind of sus in terms of filling this gap. So there's a good chance they want to come run back up here. Yeah, S&P kind of already ran back up. US 30 already ran back up. US 30 way cleaner on the gap fill. S&P pretty clean as well. If we get above our entry, we're just gonna go ahead and close it, man. Save ourselves some. Even though we still end the day in profit from that 1 to 2 partial, um, I'd rather mitigate that risk as much as possible. So this is possibly the high of the 15-minute. That 15-minute candle right now, this could potentially be the high. See? A close below these lows would be very nice. So we'll kind of see what we're gonna get. Anybody take a trade? Drop in the comments. Let me know. Not be shy. Really want to close below here. These lows. Would be nice. Yeah, so here's that high, 15-minute. Very, very slow. get that break. See if we can get that break. Perfect. All right, so far we now gotten that break. Good. See if we can kind of close under there. Oh, I need you to close. Kind of glad I didn't take SPX here because this is very ugly. US 30 as well, very ugly. Good chance NASDAQ comes back. So we're going to put our stop loss at break even. And let this do its thing because so far NASDAQ, SPX and US 30 right now seem to be moving higher. With NASDAQ not wanting to budge below, right, and not close below these lows. We're just we're gonna play it safe here, and they come running up. Oh, they can come run up. We've made our money. Stop loss at break even. We're good. But I'd really like them to close below. Close below. Can you guys hear me all right? Someone let me know in the comments. All right, we've gotten below these lows. Trying to see if we can continue that push down. S&P going lower, US 30 going lower. Means NASDAQ should kind of follow suit. They got this fair value. Henry, thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, my stream is telling me that my audio is lower than recommended volume, so just making sure everybody can hear me okay. Don't want to be talking to nobody. Or go back and watch this myself and find out there's no audio. That would suck. It's happened plenty of times. So we still have a minute 30 left of this candle. Minute chart wise, it looks great. All right, we got that break of structure, which tells me okay, we can go lower. I'm really thinking that 1 to 3 is going to be the spot where it kind of gives us issues, which was our original TP, but I got it set at 1 to 5. with anticipation that we come and sweep these lows here. I like it, and we have this fair value gap. Great push lower, like it. Anybody take this Nasdaq trade? Drop in the comments, man. Let me know. Turn me up. Want everybody on the stream to eat, man. US 30 and SPX. Still would have been great trades. You just would have really had to sit through the scary pullback. Even though they still respect the fair value gap here. Yeah, they still haven't quite expanded though, like Nasdaq. SPX has expanded, right? Again, still respecting the fair value gap. You just would have had to sit through this. Still paying out. Nasdaq though was definitely took the cake here with just respecting the fair value gap and doing its thing. All right, we got this fair value gap as well, right? And we just see how the candles respecting there, right? We didn't quite get that to that 1 to 3, so we'll sit and wait. See if we can get it. Little fair value gap. Well, See what they do. I like this on US 30. So far, if we look at this fair value gap, right, we're respecting very nice. We're getting wicks above, but we're not getting closes above, right? This is what makes the difference between a good fair value gap and a bad one, right? Is how price is kind of respecting level. Here, right? This fair value gap, granted, we break above, but we have this one as well, which was pointed out earlier. Yeah, the candles respect it, right? So that's what we want. Of course, right after I say it, price blasts through the fair value. But we'll see, right? Still 35 seconds before the close, but it's still valid. US 30, on the other hand, right? He's broken above this fair value gap. So it kind of gets a little shaky here, right? If you were in this trade, let's just say here with the stop above, high. Got 7 minutes left of this candle, 15-minute candle. We'll see. They did just fill this fair value gap. Very, very slow, not too much energy in terms of price today. Gonna be a great way to close the 15 candle. If we can expand lower, see what happens. Check up on that euro. Wow. All right. So this euro trade, we would have gotten stopped out, right, with that stop right below the low, anticipating this fair value gap fill. But they did end up hitting target and well beyond. This is why I was saying earlier, like with your fair value gaps, if you have multiple, maybe I didn't see this on the higher time frame on the 15-minute, but like this was the fair value gap to fill, so it would have looked more something like this, stop loss below. When you start getting to the 5-minute, right, here's that fair value gap, and price had already ran at that point. So we said, okay, what if we get in here, 50% stop loss below low, take profit at that high. We would have gotten stopped out there. Still pretty nice nonetheless. So US 30 ripping higher. SPX still sitting there. NASDAQ still going lower. Alright, at least just sitting. I would like to get a 1-3. 1-3, I'll be pretty satisfied. But closing here, it's like I'd rather just take the break even. Mind you, we did already take partials at 1-2, so the trade's completely covered. We're profitable at the end of the day. But at this point, right, getting out here, really no point. So I'd rather just eat it, let it stop me out, or it continue to push. Either way, I'm gonna give it its room, kind of do its thing. It is what it is. Now I will say, after a break of structure like this, we're definitely gonna be ripping back up. Well, yeah, we'll stick to what we're gonna say. We're gonna SPX and US 30 have already declined higher prices. So we're gonna take another partial off this, just to cover ourselves, made a little bit more. Cool. Now we're just gonna let this at this point. Looking at it from a 30-minute perspective, they really just ripped down. So, which I did say 1-3 would be where we kind of get that our issues in terms of sells. But we didn't quite get to 1-3 all the way. We were close, but not there. But all right, guys. At this point, I'm gonna let this thing run. I gotta go handle some business. I'm gonna leave the stream on, but you get back, we're off. So just feel inclined to kind of see the results of this trade and see what happens. In the meantime, if you're off, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, happy trading. Take it easy. All right, so it seems like we got stopped out here. Perfectly fine. We did our thing at the end of the day. Got a nice 1-2. Took a partial, so technically 1-1. But that's it for me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.